During the last few years, we've ventured into a lot of different fields, and we've had the opportunity to meet and work with a lot of wonderful people. I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse. Now that's why I want this part of the show to belong to Mickey, because the story of Mickey is truthfully the real beginning of Disneyland.
That was aired on October 27, 1954, when Walt Disney himself took to the airwaves and let the world know about his exciting plans for Disneyland. Now, fast forward over 65 years and 12 theme parks later to March 4th, 2020, when the mouse who started it all finally received his first theme park attraction. And I was there. Welcome to Teacup For One. My name is Matt, and I have 2 degrees. And today I am going to give you my review on the newest Disney Parks attraction, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Now, through sheer dumb luck, I was able to secure a FastPass on the last day of my trip. And being in Hollywood Studios on opening day for this attraction, that was an experience in and of itself. Hordes of people that were lining up for the opening day merchandise. I was one of them. I got the shirt, and the poster, and the pin, and the other pin that says opening day, and of course the ride itself, whose standby wait time before the park even opened was 300 minutes.
Alright, got a long wait, make sure you're right line. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
But I had a fast pass for 1 p.m, so I spent those 300 minutes riding Slinky Dog Dash and going on Rise of the Resistance for a second time. Hashtag sorry not sorry. Let's talk about the ride. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway has taken up residence in the Chinese Theater. Now, the Chinese Theater was originally built when the park first opened in 1989, and it was home to the Great Movie Ride. The Great Movie Ride was an incredible ride-through attraction where you got to live through scenes of classic Hollywood films, and it's ultimately the ride that the entire park was built around. It was my favorite ride of all time, in any park, ever. That begs the bigger question: is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway a worthy successor to the Great Movie Ride? Let's take a look, shall we? One thing that I was really glad to see with the Great Movie Ride departing is that they kept the structure of the Chinese Theater and they built the ride into that beautiful space. And it really pays homage to the original space through the pre-show. And the pre-show for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is beautiful. It is a perfect blend of nostalgia and novelty, because while you're walking through the queue and through the lobby of the theater, you're just surrounded by old school Hollywood glitz and glamour. But once you pass the threshold through the movie screen and into the cartoon world, you are immersed in the wacky and, I might even say, infamous world of the Mickey Mouse shorts. For anyone who doesn't know, this entire ride is based around the animation style of the Mickey Mouse Shorts series, which has been airing on, I believe, the Disney Channel and now Disney Plus since 2013. And some people have some very strong thoughts on it, some people really don't like it. I'll give you my thoughts on it towards the end of the video. After you enter the cartoon world, you board Goofy's train for a tour of the park. You encounter Mickey and Minnie in their car on their way to their picnic, but then Mickey accidentally hits the track switch and it separates Goofy from the rest of the train cars. And then the train cars are sent on a madcap adventure, and Mickey and Minnie are chasing you, trying to save the cars through a desert landscape, through a tropical island, under the sea, and through a dance class, just to name a few.
Now, let's...
Eventually they catch up to the train, they save it from total destruction, and they're able to have their perfect picnic with Pluto, who apparently has an entire subplot in this ride that I didn't catch. So, what did I think of the ride, and is it a worthy successor to the Great Movie Ride? First, I'll be brutally honest. Upon riding it, my initial reaction was that I was a little bit underwhelmed. And now, just for context, the day before I went on Runaway Railway, I spent the day at Universal Studios, which is a park that has debatably perfected and mastered the art of combining actual motion rides with screen-based technology and fusing the two almost seamlessly. And this ride had a little bit of that, but just comparing it in my brain to what I had experienced in Universal the day before, it didn't exactly hold up in the same way. This is also the second ride at Walt Disney World to feature trackless technology. The first ride to feature trackless technology Rise of the Resistance. It makes sharp turns, it goes up about 50 feet, and then it has a surprise drop. The trackless technology here is really just being used to drive you around kind of like you're in a remote control car. Don't get me wrong, there were some really beautiful moments. When the ride is at its best, it actually felt like I was in a living, breathing cartoon. When it was at its worst, it kind of felt like I was driving through a glow-in-the-dark miniature golf course. Just the tornado scene. Just the tornado scene. And really, on average, it was like watching a really big movie. But also, I feel like that's kind of the point. I think it's important to note that March 4th wasn't just the opening of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It was also the opening of the Mickey Mouse Shorts Theater. Now, this is a brand new venue where guests can go and they can watch an original short film called Vacation Fun. I say original because ultimately, it's just like a clip show that's taking the best moments of the animated Mickey shorts and just kind of lumping them together. And it's a really great introduction for people who don't know the Mickey short series to just become familiarized with the world that Runaway Railway is built around. Inside, the chairs are adorable. They're all made to look literally like Mickey's iconic red shorts. And after the film, there are photo ops of all of the places that Mickey visits in the short. My favorite one was the Potato Land setup. Oh, I love Potato Land. But like I said, the theater opening the same day as Runaway Railway is no coincidence. I would even argue that they're part of the same attraction. Now, if you don't have kids, a lot of adults don't even know about the Mickey Mouse shorts. I, for one, didn't until this ride was announced. I had watched a couple before going to the Mickey Shorts Theater, and like a lot of people, I was initially turned off by the animation style. But honestly, a couple minutes into the first episode, I was totally sold. And it got me to thinking, really, when was the last time that we saw Mickey in the spotlight? Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Pluto, Goofy, we all know them, but at this point it's almost like they've become Kardashians, you know, just famous for being famous. And what this show is so great for is that they're having an opportunity to just shine in their own medium, in their own form. Short, hilarious films. And it's reintroducing them and their relationships and their hilarity to a new generation. A new generation of Disney lovers. And the thing that's brilliant about the Mickey Shorts Theater is that Disney's a company that was built on cinema. So why shouldn't Disney World have an actual movie theater where you can just sit back and enjoy a great Mickey Mouse cartoon? So when you combine the Mickey Shorts Theater with Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, you have an opportunity as a guest to watch the movie and then ride the movie. So that brings me to the ultimate question. Is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway a worthy successor to the Great Movie Ride? Yes. Absolutely, no question. Do I miss the Great Movie Ride? Of course I do. But anytime you go to a movie theater, a movie's run is going to have an end. And 28 years was a pretty great run. I loved the Great Movie Ride because as a kid who loved movies, it was an opportunity to step past the screen and just into this magical world that I'd only been watching on TV. And the Runaway Railway is offering the exact same experience to kids now. And it's just so perfect that at the heart of it is the character that's the heart of Disney World.
Because the story of Mickey is truthfully the real beginning of Disneyland.
Alright folks, that concludes tonight's episode of Teacup For One. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Did you have a chance to ride Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway? Or have you had a chance to give the Mickey Mouse shorts a watch? What did you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to hear me talk more about Disney or see some of my first-hand adventures in the theme parks, please feel free to click on my face and subscribe to the channel. Alright folks, thanks so much. Matt out. Go away.